Bill O'Reilly here, Tuesday, July 19th, 2022. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening across our nation. Vice President Harris compares abortion to slavery. Democrats move to expand the Supreme Court. Most journalists say both sides of a story do not deserve equal coverage. Confidence in the media falling to a record low. Also ahead, why some far-left people want to destroy the Constitution. But first, Kamala Harris directly comparing the end of Roe v. Wade with slavery. The vice president speaking at an event hosted by the NAACP when she commented on the Supreme Court decision, quote, "We know that our country has a history of claiming ownership over human bodies. And today, extremist so-called leaders are criminalizing doctors and punishing women," unquote. Democrats calling for the expansion of the Supreme Court. Senator Markey of Massachusetts joining Congresswoman Tlaib and other liberal politicians. Progressives want at least 4 more judges on the bench, bringing the total from 9 to 13. The Constitution does not set a specific number for the court. Justices have changed 6 times before settling in at the present configuration of 9, and that happened after the Civil War. But now the left wants politics, not jurism, to dictate who sits on the Supreme Court. Poll from Pew Research says a massive rift exists between the media and the public, which it does. A whopping 76% of Americans believe the press should strive to give both sides of a story, but only 44% of journalists agree with that. 55% of reporters say alternative views do not deserve equal coverage. Analysts blame the gap on where the journalists live. 9 in 10 national correspondents reside in either liberal New York City or Washington, D.C. No surprise, the country's confidence in corporate media falling to historic lows. Survey from Gallup finds just 16% of us have a great deal of trust in newspapers, 11% in TV news. That's down from 51% back in 1980. The percentage of Americans with absolutely no confidence in the press rising to 53%. Most adults get their news from the internet now. That's not a good thing, as there are no standards there. Then again, there may not be any standards in corporate media. Next, attacking the Constitution. Right back.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-925-7584 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-925-7584. That's 800-925-7584. What do you have to lose? Call 800-925-7584. Again, 800-925-7584.
Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day, which, by the way, is simply my opinion. One of the few positive things coming out of the incredible failure of the Biden administration is the decline of the progressive movement in America. As is documented, Joe Biden campaigned as a moderate, but immediately embraced far-left policies after his inauguration. That led to debilitating inflation, massive federal spending, worldwide embarrassment in Afghanistan, a woke culture that has damaged millions of Americans, and a stated presidential mandate to impose equity. The equity thing, where certain preferred groups get special treatment by both federal and state governments, has caused a horrifying spike in violent crime, as some minority criminals go unpunished. In addition, Biden's ultra-dangerous open border policy has led to immigrants dying as well as hundreds of thousands of drug users. Because Mr. Biden's failures are so vivid, the progressive view that directs him is getting hammered in the court of public opinion. Some examples: the crazy left district attorney in San Francisco was recently fired by voters, and his counterpart in Los Angeles County currently awaits the same recall fate. Progressives have lost hearts and minds, but not the committed left-wing media. The Los Angeles Times, which supported DA Chesa Boudin in San Francisco and George Gascon in L.A., remains unrepentant of its far-left fanaticism. In fact, that newspaper is a good roadmap to where progressives really want to go. In a recent column, Times scribe Nicholas Goldberg actually dismantles the Constitution. Please listen carefully. Quote from Goldberg: "Let's be honest, the problem isn't just with the Supreme Court justices. The problem, at least a substantial portion of it, lies with the U.S. Constitution itself. Yes, the hallowed Constitution, the document hammered out by 55 bewigged men in Philadelphia." Goldberg goes on to say that radical leftist Dave Law, who teaches at the University of Virginia, is absolutely correct when he says, quote, "How could the Constitution possibly fit the needs of a highly diverse country of 300 plus million people in the 21st century," unquote. So there it is, the real progressive agenda. Get rid of that arcane system of government the white landowners imposed back in 1787. Knock that constitutional sucker out. Goldberg also enumerates some new provisions the LA Times wants in the Constitution. No electoral votes, popular votes only, so California, which has the most citizens, would dictate many political outcomes for the entire country. In addition, the progressives don't want all states to have 2 senators. California should have many more than Wyoming and other small states. The right to bear arms got to go. The Second Amendment would be replaced by a new mandate, environmental rights. Of course, nobody knows what that is. And then there should be in the Constitution gay, transgender, and women's rights, on and on and on and on. So that is the true progressive vision. And I thank Goldberg for stating it. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. In a moment, something you might not know. No one likes to think about household breakdowns, but they happen, and more often than you'd like. That's why it pays to have a plan from American Home Shield. They will help cover the cost to repair and replace things like your air conditioning, refrigerator, roof leaks, or even your flat screen TV. They will help you find just the right coverage because they know that no 2 homes are the same. And they will not limit your coverage based on the age of your appliances. Let American Home Shield become your trusted ally to keep your home running smoothly and affordably. Prepare now, and you will thank yourself later. So please join today. Get $50 off their most comprehensive plans ever. Go to ahs.com/bill. Save $50 on any plan. That's ahs.com/bill. American Home Shield, be sure with the Shield, service fees, limitations, and exclusions apply. See plan for details. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 330 years ago today, 5 New England settlers were found guilty of witchcraft and hanged in the town square. The final words from one of the condemned: "Please don't believe the children." Here is the story of the Salem witch trials, a bizarre frenzy that horrified colonial America. In February 1692, several young girls began having seizures in Salem. A local doctor described their condition as, quote, "beyond the power of any natural disease." Other kids began complaining they were bitten by unseen creatures during the night. Within days, townsfolk accused 3 women of practicing witchcraft against the children. Over the next few weeks, dozens were facing trial for colluding with Satan. The youngest alleged witch, 4 years old. She ultimately implicated her own mother upon questioning. The local minister soon published a book, still available today, entitled A True Narrative of Some Remarkable Passages Relating to Witchcraft at Our Village. The methods used to detect the devil in Salem were truly horrible. The alleged witch could be blindfolded, and then the person touched members of the community. If those people screamed, the verdict was guilty. Other suspects were dunked in ice-cold water, then burned using a metal crucifix. In the end, most confessed to stop the torture. By September, 200 people were tried for witchcraft, 30 found guilty, 19 executed. The governor of Massachusetts finally stopped the madness when his own wife was accused of devil worship. And here's something else you might not know. Researchers today believe the cause of the girl's original condition had nothing to do with demons or disease, of course. They were most likely having nightmares. Life in colonial New England was brutal. Salem villagers were under constant threat of Indian attack, starvation, frigid temperatures. Couple those conditions with a fanatical religious fervor and malnutrition, and the kids were definitely not all right. Back after this. Inflation at its highest level in 40 years and interest rates are skyrocketing, as you know. Market experts like Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, predicting recession. So to protect your future, do what I did. Call the only precious metal dealers I trust, American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. You can get started with a short phone call. They will place physical gold and silver right at your door or inside your IRA or 401k. They are the highest rated firm in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied clients. Please tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. Don't wait. You can call them now. 877-444-GOLD. 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.